Oh man, you know what time it is. It is Sun in Capricorn season. Obviously, by the tone of this video and other videos, everyone else and Mercury retrograde is talking about backsliding in spirituality. Because spiritually, everyone went on Thanksgiving and the holidays and spitting game to their cousins and their nephews. And then they was about to go into the workplace and take action on using or being used because we're being more spiritually minded and open to the energies now that the Capricorn is here and we're standing on business and we see the mountain. You see the mountain like this. It's steep as fuck, but you are going for that because it's dry season. It's the death season. So in death, the only way you can go is up. And you gotta take tiny, tiny steps. It doesn't even matter what direction. Just take the step. You can go east, west, north, south. Like sometimes to go up, you have to go south. That's how the goats do it. And sometimes when you get to the top of the mountain, there's a predator sitting up there waiting for you, aka Aquarius season. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the space aliens and shit. So they gotta come back down. And when you're going down hard. Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde. Because when you're going down, look, see? Start going up with the sun in Capricorn, coming back down with Mercury in Capricorn. You're getting chased back down by the snow leopards, and you just bouncing from each one. And it's like zigzag. So like Capricorn, you're like going long ways. That's why it seems so long through the death. Because you gotta go to the right. You gotta go to the left. Because you can get lost. You can get lost on your way to purgatory or to your astral plane when you're meditating because you're so grounded and these roots are just planted. No one said that the roots are deep, but it's still fucking deep because you got business sharks, you got scammers. There's so many scammers and business sharks and people that just have simple crafts and abilities and tools that they can be used, and the whole thing might be being used because when you're being used, you can be in the compartment and you can be in the compartment of a business, but still be on your own lane. You still, only you can do what you do. You can use yourself, using your mentality, your golem, your business mind, your dryness and separating thereof from personal ties, right? But it's Capricorn season. So you're going to make these things way more serious. And not to mention, it's the death season. We're initiating structures down here so that you are taking your hands off the wheel. You're getting kicked out of the spiritual realm. And, you know, like the fallen angels are down here. You are here to initiate a new way to build, aka Pluto in Capricorn. Taking power and control of business and structuring these things in the way that you are being used and using others. You're taking control of, if I'm going to be used, these are my standards. These are my abilities. And with the sun being here, you're more aware. And this is more just your actions. And actions, it ain't like Aries just expressing or cardinal Cancer just in your emotions like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Here's a gift, a token. No. This is bringing a whole new sense of, it's a whole new sense of avocado. Thanks. Like, here's a resource you can use to eat that you won't freaking die. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, ain't much to really talk about. Like, you are using your wits and your instincts, the root chakras, and things that are being put to death. Because when you're putting things to death, there's so many things that go into death, funeral homes, caskets. That's why it's a whole branding or whatever you want to call it, corporation for death, because they're gonna make money and benefit off of your tangible source when the spirit has left the body. And it's crazy. You take your relationships and think that you were teaching people and experiences, and you're going out and hunting and gathering the resources and the herbs And you're taking these things and you're building and mixing them and generating different alchemies, like a mad scientist alchemy. This is where you're having fun using the elements that the spirits and we as spirit guides generated. Hey, the ancestors, that's Capricorn energy, because the lineages, inheritance, generational curses, karmic ties. You see it with the shadow government. They're number one class A example of Capricorn season, because even into death, they're setting up wheels, retirement forms. I'm going hard on this because this is serious. And I'm a Cancer sun. So I know what it means to take your caring nature off the board and not care, but to put something out there so that it is initiated, so that it's hard, so that it's a mother freaking substance or representation. What's this? Or esoteric, a representation. This might be a piece of paper to you, but this is an esoteric symbolism. But now it's out in 3D form for a representation for something that I have, aka Moon and Taurus. What we have, and Sun and Capricorn, aware of what we're going to get. What we want. Sun and Capricorn, what we need. Don't spill this. What we want and what we need. It ain't about the gifts that much no more. And what you need, you spilled it. It ain't about what you want. It's about what you need. You know what I'm saying? Some of those Capricorn seasons is like a lack of fathering energy and parenting energy, like love and affection. No, this is what's provided to you. This is what I work to the bone to bring home, to bring to the heart chakra, externalize out in the world. Death, dead, no memory. Really, just you're here because, and this stuff is here because of you, and you're out there accomplishing, generating a status. That's what I'm talking about. Using. This is the reason why using and status are going hand in hand. Using someone for a status, or a status for someone that you can use. Generally. Like if you're a fitness trainer or a massage therapist, like in your heart, in your ego, or you care about the physique and the body of what someone looks in the mirror and thinks about themselves in the private life. You care about your talent and how you're healing and how you're in love with your ego, with being a healer and massaging on the body and caring about the energies and the chakras and flowing. But at the end of the day, the product and the status represents you. Someone comes to you because of your status, and they benefit from the placebo effect. Just because your name rings bells, they're thinking, "Hey, look, his name rings bells." So, oh, I see that. You see that vein right there? You see that muscle? You see that flinch? That's because that status. He told me something that I didn't know about myself. Or a massage therapist. Like, you see the reputable peace and enjoyment. People, you see how peaceful they look on social media and things of that nature. You see how people, don't walk in front of my camera, please. You want to get in the video? Yeah, come on. You see how peaceful they look in front of the media, in front of the camera and stuff. Oh boy, I'm gonna go to them because of that reputable nature, or because of how the building looks, or because how the color looks. Your status can get you into doors, even if you don't know how to do something. At least you know how to be used for something. Your status is you know how to be used, not taken advantage of. No, it's a tool, not Moon and Taurus being complacent and inside what you have. No, your status is you're usable, you're durable, you're you're independent, and just using the status or the golem of somebody. Look at that shadow back there. That the golem of somebody to get ahead in that nature. So let's break down the houses of your status and your reputation. First house. This is your personal usage, or what you are personally not known for, but if you project that out into the world via people, places, and things, your wife, your spouse, your significant other, your partner, your friends, your family, just everything personal with your immediate personality. Like, off the jump, you just jump into an experience going on and do something. This is something that you're going to build on and be super serious about during this time, or your energy comes across as dry ass. You ain't got no time to waste because it's winter, it's cold, things are being put to death left to right. So it's something that you're going to breathe life into as far as mechanics and details and circuits and screws that it can move around and be animated to. Second house, the things you value, or the moon and Taurus, things that you have, things that you are selfish with as far as relating, because you can be selfish, and that's how you being yourself, you're seeing the perspective of what someone else has and how it relates to you. So you're relating your usage to others, or the things that you value, or how much you value usage or being used, or how much do you value a status, or your status for the things that you value. Like, you go hard for the things that you value, or you generating money and income and investing into the things that you value that are immediately right there, that go into your third house, your environment and your surroundings and your community, and building and being used within your community, because the community is every people that use each other. That's why I talk about these quintuplets when you rub elbows with your neighbors and stuff. Like, it's got to be a little bit of movement, and not just no movement. Back up a little bit, and not just no movement at all. You know what I'm saying? So or your brothers and your siblings, like a family standing on family business. You know what I'm saying? Standing on all types of family business and names and wills of people that even passed on, that you might stay closely connected to them, and you might be doing some tarot readings and things of that nature, and in the name of getting good old spiritual advice, if you got your altar right, it's in your environment, isn't it? The family cemetery, isn't it? Like, fourth house, the Cancer house, is your privacy, your comfortability, where your traditions and family. So traditions and Capricorn go hand in hand. So although it's the fourth house, it's still caring about tradition. Capricorn is using a tradition to generate a status, although via it's private. It's something that you carry fond of yourself, that you generate a status within yourself, that you are privately investing in yourself, that you may be private with your time, private with your library, secure with your books and your knowledge and the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Fifth house. If you have Capricorn in the fifth house, this is standing on the business of raising children, gearing things of self-development that you're entertained by. And you're entertained by a little manipulative if you're entertained by someone being used, but it's like good if they're being used and they're happy about it, and they're like, it's a teamwork makes the dream work, versus getting effed over. Like, make sure you check those contracts for real. That's seventh house, but make sure you check the contract, but you think that you're entertained by it and you gain humor from. Capricorn's got a strong sense of humor. Sixth house, your routine, your pattern, your work life. This is your environment, relating to people that have work going on, because you're going to connect the dots with things that are being worked on. So Capricorn, you're using your work status to generate more something that you can initiate in different areas of your houses or wherever you have it at. But like I said, sixth house, you can initiate a new way to build on your routine, build and stand on your routine. Like, not just shut everyone else out, but you're all about your routine typically, but during this period of time, during this death period of time, like, your certain routines can be dying around you, and you can use certain energies, like this Capricorn energy or this dry energy, to promote that life into that energy. Seventh house. If you got Capricorn in your seventh house, this is relationships, contract, diplomacy, balance. Saturn is exalted here. So Capricorn dealing with relationships, it's going to help it because it provides that caring nature, because long term, time heals all wounds, time builds bonds, time after time of standing on top of business, you can see an amount of care that starts to develop, because where you develop certain relationships and employees and partnering with other businesses, it takes a form of a care or a desire. So in the furthest extent of Capricorn, a caring nature is going to be a desire. So 8th house, private, the occult, shared resources, shared money, death, rehabilitation. You're gonna be using these things in the occult. You need me to go cut the light on? Yeah. You scared of the dark? Yeah. This could be, as we talk about the 8th house, you gotta be used to cut on the light for somebody to potentially be aware, to use your shining light, to bring awareness, to carve out an angle, carve out a block to stand on. In the death and shared resources, as far as cemeteries and family funeral homes and stuff, resources from things that are passed on. Like, you might not care to use these things, but you might have a status of being reputable with money in the affairs, so you can handle your family affairs. And even if you don't desire something, they gonna pinch you off something for taking a piece of care for the family. 9th house, travels, experiences, wisdoms, higher education, utilizing your higher education or utilizing your status within a aspiration, because a lot of times it takes a minute to get a degree. So you can use your aspiration or your status, I was about to say be known for, but your status of what you've learned and expanded upon, as far as going out and getting what you're utilizing and building on top of that to 10th house. Have your career, your status, your reputation, what you're known for, that expands beyond the 3rd house, and that puts you in positioning to where you're already here in this house, in this status, in this reputable area, as far as your name, your branding, your content. Therefore, you just employ others outside of that network, others that don't really know your status, but via 11th house Capricorn, the associations that you use, that you rub in shoulders with, that is typically in technology, you know what I'm saying, new and unique original ways that you can adopt, as far as implementing contracts and solutions to use different technologies and businesses that promote a status that can air a commercial, a TV commercial, not even TV commercial, but an ad on YouTube, or a sponsor, or I always forget this. I don't want to manifest that. I always remember what's the people that represent, and this is the 11th house. So I'm gonna sit here and think about this for a minute. Not an advocate. Ambassador. That's the word. Or an ambassador with the 11th house in your associations and people, places, and things that expand on technology, social media, and utilizing these tools and using the status for, you can use their status, their association, use their status as far as stocks. Use, okay, this social media podcast is broadcasting and it's going up. Thank you. How you see Mama home? 12th house, utilizing things unseen, unconsciousness, your subconscious realm and the yin realm to build on these things. Your imagination can take you and carry you on, and you can use being in La La Land as a status for video game creating, generating your shadow work or your karmic healing that sets you up for, you know what I'm saying, going into the new year, and all of those potentialities to build and stand up on. That ain't nothing to stand up on up there, but you can feel like you standing because you're just in the void. So thank you. That's the Capricorn season, and using the status and having the humor, because they're seeing the reality of the situation and all of those matters. So peace. Thank you.